And welcome back to Two Guys, One Move. I am your dude, El Fuzzo, and I am joined by the birthday boy.
Oh, yes, thank you very much. Yeah, today's my birthday. Well, today the day we're recording.
Okay.
Brando Comics, that's me. Your favorite loser.
Oh, my favorite loser. uh,
Thanks, babe.
oh man. So what are we gonna start off with today?
Well, welcome back, everybody. We're going to start off with telling you what our topic of the day is going to be. Actually, real quick, this is our second attempt at recording this. We had to scrap last day's episode because Skype froze on me and I was talking the whole time looking like this. And no one wants to
It's
see
true.
that for 50 minutes. But today we're doing a new topic, and we'll revisit that one soon. We're going to talk about coolest superpowers versus the lamest superpowers, i.e., who's cool and who's not.
Because in the superhero world, everybody has their coolest, everybody has their suckiest.
That's right. And we're also going to do a quick follow up on something we did our first episode. The guy that had $17,000 worth of stuff, Mr. Mike Colvin from Tennessee. Well, what happened, Fuzz?
I'm pretty sure that he got a visit from the Surgeon General,
No, Attorney General. Yep, State
Attorney
Attorney
General,
General of
Surgeon
Tennessee.
General. Whoops.
Some general.
A general showed up at his house.
And seized it all because it's a crisis, state of emergency, and price gouging is not allowed during that. But why is he a giant dickbag? What did he say and claim he did?
Oh, this guy,
Yeah.
my favorite guy.
Hmm.
He claimed that he donated it all to charity. Like he
Yeah.
did it on his own.
Yeah, we all know that's a big old pile of bullshit.
Yep, that's bullshit. He totally fucking got made to do that. It's like, I mean, even in the long and short of it, like if you're rich, are you really buying $17,000 worth of stuff and just giving it away for free? I mean, if you're
No.
rich, probably, but
Yeah, but that's a tax write-off. You know the trick. Come on.
that's true. That is true.
But Mike Colvin, fuck you, man, and I'm glad that happened.
Oh, super glad.
Yep.
It's such a dickhole. I hope it happens with like TP kids too.
TP kids. Oh, yeah.
All the people that bought the fucking TP up.
Yeah, thank you for that, by the way. I had to basically send sandpaper to my parents because they had nothing else. But my dad is all in good spirits. He goes, you know what else works? Coffee filters. So, all right, Dad, I'm glad to know that my dad is out there wiping his ass with coffee filters.
Some Folgers. Best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup, right?
Folgers in your ass, yeah.
Yes.
The true Greek way.
Oh.
Whatever, man. Whatever works. We're all out there trying to
Oh my
get
God.
through this any way we can. So,
Absolutely.
and oh, shout out real quick too to my sister. She got me this shirt made for my
This
birthday.
amazing shirt.
That's my cat. Yep. So thank you for that and for the
No
headache.
cat. No cat under the sun makes better faces than Lilith.
I agree. Not just because she's mine, because she's the best.
Because it's true.
And she doesn't need toilet paper because she shits in a box.
Mm.
So that's always good.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, before we continue,
Mhm.
does she like to piss and shit on the side of the box?
No, actually, I had to get her this encased thing because she's like extra clean. So she's not like me at all. Like I'll go like weeks without showering and just put cologne on.
There you
But
go.
she's very clean. So she goes and does her business in the box encased thing that I have her, and she'll sit there for like 10 minutes scratching the side. She comes, she scoops up every little piece of litter that came out. She puts it in a little pile for me, and then she goes and bathes herself. Yeah, she's very
Oh my
dainty.
God. You're
As you
freaking
can see.
lucky.
Very
I
dainty.
got two cats and they're just half retarded. They don't care. They piss shit on the side of the box. So when you empty that thing or when you scoop and you're like, why is it up here? Like what angle? What angle were you at doing this?
Can you
All
really
right,
get mad
sorry.
at them for that though? Because you've been in public restrooms. Like some people somehow magically shit on the wall and ceilings.
Dude, I used to work in a gas station at a truck
Oof.
stop. I got stories for days about gross shit like that.
Like, how do you miss? How do you miss a toilet though? Even if you're hovering, like, how does it end up on the side of the wall if you're hovering above it?
Because they have blowouts when they're hovering.
That's a pretty strong back pressure on those assholes.
Apparently.
That should be a good superpower. That's going to be listed actually. Excellent colon back pressure is my number one now for superpower.
Good back pressure. If you're a superhero with good back pressure. Okay. Speaking of cool superpowers and lame superpowers, if it's cool with you, I want to cut out Superman from the list because he's kind of like the all being in a sense. Like,
Okay, that kind of. All right. I mean, I'm
if
gonna have
it
to
ding
figure it
dongs
out.
your list, if it ding dongs your list, man, don't fucking worry. But
Listen,
like,
it's just one small part of it, and I like ding dongs, so I can roll with that. I can roll with that.
all
Um,
right.
but yeah, I agree. He's super bore, man. I know.
Well, I mean, some people would consider him OP and shit like
He
that.
is OP. You know what's okay? You know what's lame about him? His weakness. That to me is lame.
What, the kryptonite?
Yeah, that's lame, man. Imagine you're born on Earth, and then you go to Mars, and you're like the coolest dude on Mars. Well, you would be because you'd be the only one there.
That's
But
true.
imagine it's populated, and me, I'm the villain that's trying to get you, and I fucking go to your backyard, pick up some soil, and throw it at you, and you're like, oh, I can't anymore. Like, come on.
That's true. Okay, I'll give you that. All right, I'll give you that.
So Superman's off the list. Although
Yes,
one of his things, I use him as an
it's
example, but there's other
that's
people I can
fine.
use. So,
Like, I mean, honest to God, though, like, I mean, if there's more and that makes him lame, I'm all for it.
well, he's overall a lame character. I only collect Superman books because I enjoy the covers of them because he
True.
can be drawn really, really well. Except, I redact my statement. There's one Superman story I really enjoyed, and that's All Star Superman.
Like Grant Morrison. Grant Morrison wrote that, right?
When I do silence like this, I have a brain freeze. I think so.
I'm pretty sure it was Grant Morrison. I don't know. I have to
I
think
guess
about
I
it.
didn't like it that much then, so I'm just fucking liar. Don't listen to me.
Yeah, no, it's a good story. And Red Sun. Red Sun's good.
Right? Okay, all right. But as
See?
a whole, as a
Hey,
whole,
man, I'm not disagreeing. I like Superman, but I know there's a lot of people that don't.
so we'll just try to exclude him from this list because he can be
All
on
right.
both sides of the list. All right, so let's get into this.
We gonna get into this? All right. You want me to go first, or because I'm starting with lame superheroes that I think have lame superpowers.
Oh, we're gonna okay. All right, dumbest powers. Let's do it.
I, my first up is Jubilee.
Ah, yes, you're on my list.
Because firework fingers is, I don't know what the fuck that's doing for anybody, especially when you're part of the X-Men. Like,
It,
I'm not, full disclosure, I don't read a whole lot of X-Men, nor have I ever. So maybe, just maybe, there's a storyline where fucking Jubilee, fireworks somebody in the eyes and it actually works. I don't fucking know.
she brings joy to children on 4th of July.
Well, I can see that. I mean, look, I mean,
I
she's
mean,
a
I just made that up, but oh,
it's
you're
like
right. What
hiring
the,
a,
it's like this.
it's like hiring a fucking party clown.
I'm
That'll be
stoked you said that.
$50.
I'm very happy
Yep.
he's the Jubilee.
But,
Yeah.
but she's my first.
Oh,
Do you want
she's
to
your
go
number
back?
one?
She's the first name I'm reading. She's
Okay.
definitely not my number one.
I have a number one, and I'm gonna save that one. But yeah, all right, I'll go. I'll go again. Okay, how about this? How about turning sports paraphernalia into weapons? I'm talking about Sportsmaster.
Sportsmaster.
Like
Oh
you can't
man.
you can't weaponize anything else but sports paraphernalia. Uh, I'm
I mean,
okay to not have that power.
I don't. I, I mean, some of this shit, dude, like you just gotta think. You're like, who okayed that?
I think it was just during the time over there that everyone was just doing drugs and said, "Yeah,
Eh,
man, it's really cool."
that it could be true.
Yeah, Sportsmaster. Sorry, not so much.
Rock on. All right, my next one is Squirrel Girl.
Okay, good, because she was my number one on Lame.
Oh, good.
And this is where we're gonna get a lot of hate because a lot of people love her, and oh, okay, I guess, but like, I guess being able to chat with squirrels is really
Yeah,
awesome.
but isn't she a mutated squirrel?
Well, this is where it gets funny to me because I look at
Okay.
this like a dominance thing, right? Like I always wonder this because she wears like jackets and like squirrel skin lined outfits. So is that her telling the other squirrels like, look what happened to your brothers and sisters that didn't listen to me? I'll fucking wear you.
Oh my God.
So
Maybe, dude.
maybe
Maybe
that's what
Squirrel
it
Girl's
is.
dark. Maybe she's a villain.
Like I'm wearing your skin, so listen to what I say. Put the
Yeah,
lotion
no,
on the
she's
skin. Yeah,
super fucking lame.
but get this. And I know there's been an ongoing debate between if it's actually in Marvel canon.
Okay.
But guess who beat Thanos once?
Squirrel Girl?
Sure did. And you know
Fuck.
why? She's unbeatable. That's one of her things. You just can't beat her.
That's one of her powers? Is she's unbeatable?
That's like her shtick. Is that she throws hordes of squirrels at you, which by the way, this is gonna really upset you, because I know one of the Marvel guys you like, but you know who else she beat? By using a abundance of squirrels to go in and foil his plan and save Iron
Who?
Man?
Oh, fuck.
Doctor Doom.
Get out of here.
She defeated Doctor Doom to help save Iron Man, who has hated her always. And the best part is this is why I love Tony Stark. Tony Stark is such a dick because even after she saved him, he's like, "Yeah, nah, you just talk to squirrels, get the fuck out of here."
Uh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. All
But it's
right, I
very
got you
useless.
here.
Okay.
I got you here. Arm fall off boy. Just this dude's superpower was he could take off his arms and use them as clubs. What the fuck?
I guess that would be useful if like you're into like weird masturbation, but
Yeah, but what? I mean, fucking what? What is that? Like,
I don't
oh
know.
man, I'm about to get you, Joker. Like, and also, like, well, okay, so, like, let's just say for the hell of it, like, so you're beating up people with your arm. Somebody slaps your arm out of your hand, slaps the other arm out of your hand, and then just ties your ass up. Like, the thing gonna come crawling back?
It's safe to say I've never really read any of that because I would never. That's I don't know. That's you can. So his power is he can just remove his arm
And
and
hit
beat
people.
people with it.
Apparently so. Yes.
Who okayed that?
Somebody at fucking DC Comics.
All right. That is going to segue now into my next lamest because it has to do with arms. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, talking about X-Men's Callisto. Her power is she just has arms that are tentacles. So maybe there's a genre of pornography in a certain country that enjoys tentacles that she could be popular. But like, do these tentacle arms really do anything? No, she just has a bunch of tentacle arms, and that's it. That's her thing.
So she's basically like a lady octopus.
But lamer
Yeah.
because there's not a whole lot to just
I
having
mean,
tentacle arms.
people in certain places would see that.
Oh, big money,
Woo!
big time.
Get
A
real
tentacle in
excited.
every orifice and mouth. Yeah, but we could have. I guess we could have a tentacle party.
I guess.
Maybe a bad dragon party, but yeah. I'm just saying that because there's a Bad Dragon adult toy that's in shape of a tentacle.
Oh wow.
I only know this because I bought it on Black Friday like 2 years ago. I'm not even joking.
Oh shit. All right, I'm gonna come up next with Vibe.
Vibe.
Vibe is super lame. Like I don't know. Like there's never been anything I've read Vibe in where I was like, oh man, he's cool. No, it's your little. I mean, you're borderline Jubilee there, Vibe. Except for instead of fucking fireworks, you got little vibey boom boom things. Yeah, not a
Again,
fan.
outside of comic books, though, it could be successful in certain adult industries, though.
That's probably true. I mean, like, didn't see? I don't know. Like, I can't remember if he can like travel through time or like travel dimensions. I can't remember if that's like just on the CW show or if that was like actually Vibe.
No, he's actually has a pretty solid following. He's could be pretty cool, but as just a standard I vibe things, yeah, that's pretty lame in the grand scheme of things, considering the other heroes and characters that are out there. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
with you on that one. Okay,
All right, rock
so
on.
okay, how would you feel if whoever is above us came down and gifted you with the ability, and I have to read this because I wrote a little bit on this one, to teleport people? Would that be cool?
I mean, yeah, I would think so.
But what if the catch was you could only teleport people from one room to the adjacent room only because you're the doorman?
Get the fucking.
Yeah.
You guys need to go from the elevator to office space number 1. I got you. But if you need to go to the 13th floor, that shit ain't happening.
Yeah, you're fucked. So yes, that's actually a thing. You can look it up, and it's been in more than one issue. It's Marvel's Doorman, and he transports people from one room to the adjoining room. And allegedly, I don't know too much about this. If any one of the 5 listeners know this, then let me know. Apparently, he can go like this and turn into a door so you can't see him. So hope to God that that guy doesn't ever get into a battle in the forest.
Oh
Or
my god.
because then it's kind of a dead giveaway.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
yeah.
oh wow.
Or man, yeah, you're pretty trash, man. Sorry.
All right. My next one is, I mean, like Flash fans might know him, but like this is like old Flash villain,
Oh no.
the Fiddler.
Oh, come on, man.
Dude, what?
Come on, man.
Dude, he's like the early days Music Meister.
Yeah. So bad he's great though. He's like the Tommy Wiseau of
Flash villains. You're tearing me apart, Flash. That's why I gotta use my thing.
Yeah. But come on. That's a pretty solid power because don't forget, and spoiler alert, of what happens in Umbrella Academy. Come on, somebody with a violin. Come on.
Yeah. Look, man,
No, I'm not selling it.
please don't make me talk about Umbrella Academy.
Oh, no way.
Ugh.
Oh man, wow. I don't know if I could do this cast with you anymore.
No,
No jokes. Listen. That
I don't
hurts.
think I've read enough. I don't think I've read enough, and my first like big time into the Umbrella Academy was the TV show.
Okay.
So maybe if I like get a couple of trades or something, it might make more sense. It might be more clear. But like my first big jump with Umbrella, besides seeing really cool covers, was the Netflix show. So
There's a lot of differences between the two. So yeah, check it out. Then let me know. And don't ever disrespect the power of the fucking violin again, man.
It's a fiddle.
It's okay. A fiddler on the roof. What did he play? A fiddle. Like, but what is it? What does it look like?
It's a violin.
Okay, it's just an old term for violin. It's a hillbilly fiddle. Apparently, a old Jewish cobbler way of saying violin also. Was he a
Is
fucking
saying
cobbler? No, he was a fiddler. I'm such an idiot. No, that guy was a fiddler. What was
Fiddler on the
he? He wasn't
Roof.
a cobbler. I was thinking about the other production of some cobbler. I don't know.
He said, we're going to call this play Fiddler on the Roof, but fiddling is only his hobby because he's actually a cobbler.
You know what? Maybe I'm right. Probably not. But I could have
Shit,
sworn
you
a feeling
might
with a
be.
cobbler. There's something
Dude,
with a cobbler.
you absolutely might be right. I'm just
I
making
have
fucking
cobbler in
jokes.
my head now. Fun fact, you know that that's still a reputable and still very, not popular, but you can find a lot of cobblers still in New York City. Did you know that?
Really? No, I
Yep.
didn't know that. Nice.
And they can also fix more than just your shoes. They can fix belts. So if
Well,
you're ever visiting, bring all the belts you need fixed. I'll
bring
take
all
you,
the belts.
yeah, I'll take you to my guy Raj that can fix belts like no other.
Well, if he can fix some shoes, I probably got a couple of pairs of those he could fix too.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess that too. But I don't know where the fuck we were. See, okay, I guess, yeah, all right, that's all lame. But I think a fiddling villain is awesome. That's just me.
That's fine. Agree to disagree on the fiddler.
Okay. All right, so big shout out to this next one because I know this is going to bother you so very much, and just know deep down inside I love you. And everyone that this is his favorite or her favorite character, I love you also because I'm going to give a asterisk next to this one. So, telekinesis aside, this guy can throw cards really hard.
So he's like David
super
Letterman.
hard. Yeah. Just
Ugh.
you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Little Cease, I apologize, but Gambit, that's come on.
Oh man, no, Gambit kind of sucks. I mean, the best, like, the thing I remember most about, like, and that's the thing, man, is the thing that most people remember about Gambit, like, whether it was, you only had a mild introduction or you saw him on the 90s X-Men cartoon, was he had that really cool accent.
The Cajun accent, my favorite accent of all time.
And he threw cards.
Yeah.
Because nobody thought about the telekinesis stuff unless you were, like, reading the books. But, like, if you were just, go ahead.
If you read the books, though, like, you have to appreciate, because this is what we're going to get into in time. He is like the written touch of cock. He's excellent at being a dick. Like, fantastic. He's sarcastic. He's a big old douche. He's got that Cajun accent.
Yeah, but
But he throws cards super hard.
And I mean, he married the lady that if you touch her, you die.
Yeah.
So, well, she touches you.
She touches you and she, like, sucks stuff from. Wait, so you marry a woman, she touches you, and then she sucks the life out of you. So I don't really know how this is differentiating from, like, my marriage, for example. Just kidding, honey.
Dude, we're not going to be able to do this shit no more.
That's right. She hates me just as much. That's what 11 years gets you.
All right,
Yeah.
Here we go. Here is my personal number one lamest superpower. Belongs to a gentleman named Cypher.
Cypher.
You know what his power is? I'm going to tell you.
Wait. Does it have anything to do with, like, ciphering languages?
Oh, that's exactly what it is.
He knows all the languages.
Yep. That's lame as shit.
Okay. That's pretty lame.
Okay, so you bring he was like part of the X-Men. Like he was in some subgroup of the X-Men. Like in what situation are they like, oh man, we need Cypher for longer than 10 minutes? And it's like, okay, guys, I figured out the message. Whack! Someone punches him, he's toast.
Wait, does he know, like, all the languages of, like, the universe? Or is it just the languages of the world?
See, I was pretty unclear on that, but maybe he does know all the languages of the universe. That's still lame as shit to me, though,
That is
because
pretty lame.
I can
So
still whip your ass.
he's Google Translate.
Yeah, there you go. You don't even need that dude no more.
Cypher.
He's my number
can't
one,
write.
man.
I don't know. He's not ringing a bell. I'm trying to remember him, but I'm also not super, super, super into all the X-Men. Like they're really cool and stuff, but
Honestly, man, I'm going to tell you the truth here. I don't know a whole lot about Cypher. I Googled, I couldn't figure out my last one. So I Googled lame superheroes.
He's number one.
And then I read his shit and I was like, oh, this is worse than everybody because at least everybody else has like some ability to whoop your ass or mind control you. This dude just reads.
So he's a nerd who gets beaten up.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, well, okay.
I mean, granted, if I was the superhero outside of being able to decipher shit, I mean that's the superhero I'd be. Nerd that gets beat up all the time.
Oh, but does that mean he knows the squirrel language? Because if he does, then the unbeatable squirrel girl has some competition.
Ooh, that's a good question.
And then before they battle, out of nowhere will come Gambit in his purple rain. Havoc with playing cards.
And then Jubilee's going to be in the background.
Raving it up. Raving it up. Awesome.
She'll be like, oh, these motherfuckers brought the molly because I brought the fireworks.
So yeah, we got a solid lame list. I like it.
Yeah. Now let's move. Awesome. Let's change pace here. So since I went first with lame, you go ahead and go first with awesome.
Really quick though, just to touch base, just really, really quickly back on the lame because I forgot to put this up. If you don't know who she is, I also want to let you see what she looks like. Like this is the type of girl that when she winds up to do whatever superpower she does, you know the noise is probably like that in itself is horrifying. But yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, so back to
maybe that's awesome. Why she's on Beetle.
Because no one wants to climax that.
Nobody wants to hear that sound. Could you imagine they're all in a big old battle and they hear that? And they're all like, "Oh God! All right, guys, we're real sorry."
Cry. And she wears the skins of her allies, not even enemies, her allies.
Her allies, right? Correct. All right, let's go. Let's go. Awesome.
Who wants to start?
You start because I started with lame.
Okay, so with this, I didn't want to bring like just heroes, so I actually thought of a cool power, and I'm going to associate them with certain. I actually think regeneration is pretty cool.
Regeneration's awesome.
A perfect example is Wolverine, because what I really like about this power is like Wolverine's vulnerable. He's not impossible to defeat or hurt,
right?
But he can go lick his wounds, reheal, learn from his mistakes, change his pace up and his attack up a little bit and come back at you. So I think regeneration is really cool.
Absolutely. Wolverine was actually on my list as well. So
okay, perfect.
I 100% agree. And like that's coming from a DC guy. So I absolutely think regeneration is probably one of the tops.
And it would totally come in handy after my wife sees this cast and sees what I said like 10 minutes ago and Lorena Bobbits me.
Yes, it would. Because then you just be like, all right, bub, you got to grow.
I say that every day, actually. It doesn't work, but I say it.
All right, my first, since you took Wolverine, I'm going to go ahead and skip that. We don't need to talk. My first, not my number one, but my first is actually Spider-Man, because he has, obviously the web stuff, but like The big thing with him that I think is really cool is the spider sense. Like the sense of the oncoming danger is really really cool. So he can kind of he can be fighting one dude, and there's somebody coming from the back, and he's just like, "Bap, no, that shit's coming." So what?
I'm just so immature that when he said there's a guy coming from the back.
Can't get Spider-Man like that.
No.
Nope. MJ tries to peg him. He could dodge that.
Oh God.
That ain't happening.
No. I agree. That spider sense is pretty cool. It's cool. All right. I'll give you that. Oh jeez. What now? How am I gonna top that? We already said no, but like come on. I gotta say flight is cool, man. Being able to fly is pretty cool. So I'm not gonna say Superman now. So like who else flies? There's a lot. So we'll just say
flies.
Wonder Woman, Hawkman.
Hawkman flies.
Iron Man, technically, Iron Man.
Yeah, but he flies with jets.
He's still flying, though. I mean, he's still in the air. Fine. You know what? Fuck you. Goku. Okay, Goku is the coolest superhero ever. Steve, you know who you are, Bataholic. Suck dicks. Goku, man. I don't want to hear anything against Goku. Son Goku is the savior of the world. Frieza is just some emo anime version of Wolverine, and that's it.
Those are going to be fighting words, man. I can't say shit about shit about Dragon Ball, man, because my favorite character on Dragon Ball is Trunks.
Oh,
and everybody hates Trunks. The only Trunks that's worth a shit is when he learns from his mistakes and he comes back as future Trunks.
I don't know, man. There's a pretty heated debate. When I was in like 7th grade, we were going to the Museum of Fine Arts or some shit in Boston.
Okay.
And we were all having this debate. Goku versus Vegeta, Frieza versus Cell, Kid Buu, all that. Who's the best? And then some guy in the back, man, was like, I actually like Krillin. I was being serious.
Krillin gets no love, man.
Yeah. So, Chris Way, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry that we shit on you, but it was deserved. Krillin's terrible.
Oh, man.
Flying is cool. Do we both agree on that? Being able to fly?
Yes, we can both agree. Yes. My next one, because see, like, we kind of did this different. Like, you did it, like, solely on superpower, and I did it hero attached to said power. Because my next one would be Jason Blood and Etrigan, the demon.
Okay.
Because, I mean, Jason Blood now, as a human, has majority of the powers of Etrigan. Like, he can't breathe fire and shit like that, but he's still, immortal, basically, because he's lived through how many centuries.
True.
And whether he wants to or not, he's bringing the demon out, So, I mean, that's cool to me that you can just kind of be normal and then some shit goes down and you're like, oh, no, not today. And you can utter the rhyme, flip, turn into a demon, and just set everybody on fire.
So basically you're almost saying that you like the DC version of Venom.
I mean, I guess.
Without the fire, because fire is Venom's weakness.
Right.
That's why I like Venom so much. Like, I love that combo of one being, but you have that voice in your head that's,
I can see that.
That's cool.
I never really put those two as kind of like similar characters. But it actually makes sense.
Yeah, they're dicks too, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Big. Yeah, I like that a lot. And I kept this to more like, I guess, not modern, like known comic book stuff, because there's a couple people I know you'd agree with me that I wanted to throw on, because like I think like the Dracula powers are really fucking cool.
Oh, absolutely. Hell yeah.
So, the turning into a bat, immortality, all that stuff. But he also has some pretty solid weaknesses that are kind of lame.
Oh, yeah.
So he'd fit both bills.
That whole getting stabbed while you're sleeping thing would...
Because can't die when you're awake. Like, really, you can kill somebody when they're asleep.
Right.
Wow. You don't
Like, oh,
say.
that guy, he's super scary. Wait, what time is it? 7 in the morning. Oh, this motherfucker's
We got
asleep.
him.
Let's get it.
And I don't care. I'm going to lose a lot of faith from people here, but I think one of the coolest things ever was how they transformed the whole vampire thing. Instead of when you hit the sunlight, you turn into a ball of flame and die, to you sparkle. I'm sorry. Fight me. Anyone out there fight me on, not physically, I don't condone violence like that. Argue with me, debate me. Twilight is the #1 millennial romance novel of all time for our generation. Bar none. I will argue with any of you on that. I don't care. And I'm telling you now, I'm just going to completely ignore your instant message if you come at me and say 50 Shades of Grey. Nope. Nope. Twilight. Sam, that's for you too.
Oh,
My hearts.
I am not saying shit about that because that is shit that I don't know about.
Oh, you will. I'm gonna ask you. Actually, it's my birthday, and my only birthday wish is for you to at least read the plot of Twilight.
No. I've seen all the movies.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yeah, I'm married. Of course, I've seen all the movies.
Actually, it's funny you say that because I'm the one that dragged her, my wife, to go see them. Like, she's like, "Oh, what do you want to go see?" I'm like,
I can't remember. I think we were trying to like this was long before we had the kid and stuff, obviously. But I can't remember exactly. Like she wanted to go to a movie one night and she just picked that one. So we watched the first one. And then because we watched the first one, we had to go see the rest of them.
of course. Of course. Yeah. She has exquisite taste.
You let her know that. I don't know if I'm not going to say she liked them because I can't speak for her, but I know that we saw all of them.
Well, no one else in this world needs to like them because I do, and that's all that matters. I even just recently bought all the volumes again because I found them at the thrift store. It was like gold. It's like I found gold.
But you found like an $80 box set at the thrift store for like $2, so that's a win-win.
Super win-win. I can't wait all again. And in fact, thanks again to the guy who I told to eat dicks earlier, Steve. You got me a Twilight patch to match Sam for our club vest. So, and I'm rocking it proudly. Sam, it's your turn. We're totally off topic now, but
we absolutely are.
So you chose Etrigan and Blood.
Yes, Etrigan and Blood. So we're back to you.
Oh man, I have a couple here, but what do I want to talk about? Okay, I think teleportations, and this is like a tie because teleportation / super speed. Because unlike people that don't appreciate the Flash is my second top DC guy. I'm obviously more of a Marvel guy, but I do love me some DC and read some DC. I love Flash. I love his ability to be super, super fast, probably because I was always the fat kid that was slow. So I think super speed is cool. And teleportation, being able to teleport is also really cool. But this is all going to come full circle because do you know who else possesses super speed and teleportation abilities? Goku.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, we are DBZing it up on this one.
That's right. Yeah, I thought those were cool. It's much better.
Yeah, man, I would say so. Because I mean, like, if you have not like Doorman's teleportation.
Oh no, I'm not talking about one.
But like Nightcrawler, like Nightcrawler's teleportation is dope.
And I love the animation that happens when he does it. That's cool. It's not just like in and out. That's a good example.
Smoke.
I dig it.
Yeah. All right, next I'm gonna go with the Spectre. Okay. I think the Spectre is dope because like it's literally all the powers of a god. You know what I mean? Like, just at his whim, he's just all the powers of the god. He can do just about anything, and he's. I can't remember exactly how he died. Jim Corrigan, the first original Spectre. I can't remember how he died and Hal took over because Hal Jordan was the Spectre for a while. I can't remember how that all went down, but
I think the Fiddler defeated him.
yeah, it could have been. It's like, "Da, da, 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 da," and the Spectre was like, "No, that's my jam."
You just Titanic me out.
But yeah, no, the Spectre. I definitely, I am a huge Spectre fan. I like a lot of I like the Jim Corrigan Spectre stuff more so than the Hal stuff, but the Hal stuff was good too.
All right.
I like Hal better as a Green Lantern.
Super Strength is pretty cool, and I'm gonna knock off Superman associating him with this and talk about, because I tried to do the mix of DC and Marvel, because everyone's always gonna shit on me for always bringing up Marvel references. But yeah, the Hulk. Come on, man. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Super Strength is really, really cool. Like, imagine being able to go out and just pick things up and put them down that are really heavy.
Well, I mean, not just that, but imagine imagine you got a dickhead neighbor that keeps parking just a little too much and blocking your driveway. Man, you can just whip that dude's car. Just throw that shit fucking 60
Through
blocks down. Yeah, from his house.
Oh, yeah.
Just pick
up his house and throw it.
Or you can throw the house too.
Like a day that there's a lot of people there too. Just get rid of all the problems. Not killing. I'm not talking about killing. Just throw his house down on Christmas Eve.
Make sure one of his kids is having a birthday party and just whip that house.
Ruining the birthday parties, man. Off topic, but yeah, ruining birthday parties. It reminds me of the day that it was my ex-girlfriend's birthday. And I'm talking about, this was like many, many moons ago. And we get her a kitten. And I love cats. And I'm not laughing that this happened, but just the whole circumstance is just ridiculous. So birthday party, friends, family, tons of people there. Somebody opens the door. The little kitten that I just got her runs outside and gets squashed by a school bus. So everyone at the party upset, ex-girlfriend upset, and all the children inside of the school bus completely terrified. They just crushed this little orange cat. I was very upset. I'm still upset. I'm just saying, as a whole, like, that is really bad.
That's pretty fucking crazy, though. I mean, like, happy birthday. Ooh, here's your cake. Like, you can't. There's no recovering from that shit.
No.
Oh, wow. Oh, man. All right. Whew.
So moving on, you're up.
Am I up?
Yeah, I just said.
Yeah, because you just did Super Strength. Okay. My next one is my number one. Number one favorite superhero with these specific superpowers, and that's Shazam. I think in the world of like superpowers, that is the coolest shit ever, because he's a 13-year-old kid. He's an orphan. Everything about that dude's life sucks. And then all of a sudden he can utter one word and he's just as strong as Superman. He can beat Superman because Superman's vulnerable to magic. You know what I mean? Like, just fucking by saying Shazam. It's just boom.
I like it.
So that would have to be my number one superpower.
Shazam is very cool. The movie was I enjoyed it. It was a little kiddie for me, but
I absolutely loved it.
Enjoyable.
I really, really enjoyed the movie.
Shazam.
I thought that was definitely a better DC film than some others.
That's really not that hard to top, though.
No, because see, I liked Batman vs Superman, and I liked Justice League.
There's a couple scenes though that I still think is incredibly iconic. Come on, to me, in any DC movie, you're not going to ever top the part when the Flash is running around, super speed, Barry Allen, and you just see Superman go like this. That was such an amazing scene.
Yes, it was awesome.
It's like, I can see you.
Well, and I mean, it was really, really cool. It was a nice touch, and I don't know whose idea it was. I don't know if it was Whedon. I don't know if it was Snyder's idea. But the cool little touch at the end with the race, I thought was really, cool. Really awesome.
They actually, did you know that they did that race in, I think, one of the last episodes, I think, of the final season of Smallville? Clark Kent faces this guy this kid that's super super fast. And
Oh,
then,
it was Impulse, wasn't it?
what, the
Because I
kid?
know Impulse. Yeah, I know Impulse showed up on Smallville at some point. Because they kind of back and forth it with Smallville. Like I want to say that like his buddy from school ended up inevitably becoming Cyborg. That one dude played Oliver Queen.
Yeah.
So he showed up. I know Impulse showed up at some point, and that might be what you're talking about. I'm not 100% sure.
Me neither, but I was going way back because a lot of people forget that as being a show. It's one of the OG, superhero
Right.
shows. I thought it was awesome back in the day, but I always remembered that back was the best because I got to watch that in One Tree Hill. Yeah, that's right. Come on, man. I like Twilight. You don't think I watched One Tree Hill? Gilmore Girls?
Oh my God.
I have Gilmore Girls on DVD. The whole, yeah.
Dude, a friend of mine's wife watches Gilmore Girls all the time. And every time we go over there, and she's like, oh man, I guess we're just gonna, like, when she's talking to her kids, or like if my kid's having a sleepover there, and she's like, oh, we can just watch Gilmore Girls. I'm just like, please fucking don't. Please don't do that to my kid.
Why? It's such a good show.
I've never watched one episode, man.
Well, you know what? There's your homework. At least watch the Netflix movie they came out with for it, or there's one last bonus season. Actually, it wasn't good, but I'm telling you, there's some solid, wholesome gold in that show, and it truly made me totally in tap and in tune with my feminine inside. So
hey, well, I mean, if that works out, then all right, I got nothing. But like, you're talking to a person like, dude, I don't really watch a lot of TV anymore, man. Like, everybody's like, oh, you gotta watch this, and I'm like, all right, cool, and I watch like 4 episodes, and I'm like, man, that shit's really good, and then for some reason I just stop watching whatever fucking show and I move on to something else.
Yeah,
or then I'll rewatch an entire series that I've watched like 4 times already. I'm just super weird.
Because like I only have Netflix and Hulu now and Disney Plus. That's about it. So I in and out, especially with my hours and stuff. But
obviously.
But you have Netflix, right?
I have Netflix. I have Hulu. I have Amazon Prime.
Okay, good. Because Gilmore Girls is on Netflix. Just saying.
Okay. Well, maybe I will watch 1 episode of Gilmore Girls, and the next episode I will give my review.
Okay. Season 3, episode 7.
All right, hold on. Let me get a pen here. I'm gonna write this down.
That's an excellent episode.
Season 3, episode 7. All right, I got it written down.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
So I will. For your birthday, I will watch that 1 episode.
Thanks, Fuzz. But yes, now moving back to so we talked about regen flight. Okay. I think what I think is an awesome power, but done the right way is shape shifting. So like I'm talking about specifically Beast Boy, because unlike other people that can shapeshift, like if some people could shift, into, let's say, a Tyrannosaurus Rex, a T-Rex, but not get the powers or the strength from that T-Rex, but Beast Boy can.
Right.
So whoever you turn into or whatever you turn into, you now have that power associated with what you turned into. So that's pretty cool. Shapeshifting is pretty awesome. I know if I had that power, my wife would make me shapeshift into Jason Momoa every night. And when my wife wasn't home, I would shapeshift myself still also into Jason Momoa and sit in front of a giant mirror, and you know what would happen next. Jason, you're just a beautiful man. I'm sorry.
Oh man. Oh, Jason Momoa sees this. Maybe he'll
enjoy my candle too.
He probably will. He'll be like, "Oh man, that guy's cool."
Actually, Jason Momoa, I'm specifically calling you out right now. Me and Fuzz are calling you out. We want you as a guest star on the show.
Dude, I wouldn't even know what to say to that guy. I'd be like, "What's it like being fucking awesome 24/7?"
24/7. That guy's just awesome. He's awesome.
Like, what's it like to wake up and piss excellence?
What's it like to be praised for literally cosplaying as Aquaman and playing yourself in a movie, and still having everybody love you for it? Because let's be realistic. I don't know. Did you see Aquaman?
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, but still, that's a movie about Jason Momoa cosplaying as Aquaman.
As Aquaman. No, absolutely, 100%.
But it was still awesome, right?
Yeah, no, I loved it. Like, I thought it was really cool, man.
Visually. And Mira.
Yeah.
I like Mira.
The writing could have been better. I mean, some of the plots were kind of like, what the fuck? But I mean, that's every superhero movie. I don't care what anybody says. We're talking you, Marvel Universe. You got some plot holes like a motherfucker too.
Oh, of course. Come on, especially the last Avengers they put out, like Endgame. Anyway,
you didn't like it.
I hated Endgame. Actually, I hated it. I was so upset in the theaters after the credits rolled. But anyway, because I know we're getting short on time, but bang this out real quick. I know. Do you have another one? Because I got.
I don't.
Okay,
oh well, I have an honorable mention.
All right.
And my honorable mention is Phantom Stranger.
Oh, okay, very good, very good.
Because, not a lot of people know a whole lot about Phantom Stranger, but like he's basically immortal and he's fucking just a badass. but not a lot of people really get into that because he's part of that whole weird magic above and beyond kind of the DC universe. Like he shows up occasionally and everybody's like, oh shit. But he's not something that he shows up. He's like, what up? You're like, oh shit. He's like, peace. Going to get cigarettes and milk.
All right. I'm going to speed this up. So my last one and then my honorable mention. My last one is one of my favorites. Elemental Control, Storm, Iceman, Human Torch. Iceman, Human Torch is specifically just for ice and fire. But like Storm, that is such a badass superpower. And yes, I am going to say Thor. Come on, man. Thor is ultimate to me. He's the god of thunder. Like, come on, guys. I'll see. Like, I'm a big Thor guy. Thor and Venom all day. But that'd be awesome. I don't need to say a whole lot on that because elemental control would be amazing.
So does Wither Wizard fall into that category too?
Yeah. Anybody that can control the elements, either electricity, earth, wind, fire. Yes, even Captain Planet, man. Earth, wind, fire. Except heart. Nobody wants your heart. Get the fuck out of here with that heart. You got no heart. Get out of here.
He had a monkey though.
He did. That was cool. So did Ross from Friends. That monkey's name was Marcel, and Ross is a loser. So I've never met a Ross that I like. Just saying. And lastly, I
have a friend named Ross. It's gonna be like, what the fuck?
I have a lot of friends named Ross, and they all suck. So, honorable mention. I'm not going to get into it. If you don't know who he is, I don't know where you've been for however long you've been alive. As a whole, pretty cool. Some people have problems with him. Dr. Manhattan. That's that whole story.
Yeah,
that's how he gets. Cool. He's super OP, but if you're reading Doomsday Clock, you'll see other sides of that because it's impossible to be matched when you're the only one with actual superpowers if you've read the original stuff.
The original Watchmen?
Watchmen, yeah. Like it's easy being number one when you're the only one with superpowers. So technically, if Dr. Manhattan wasn't in the Watchmen and Squirrel Girl was, she's like the most OP, coolest, best ever. Totally could defeat Superman, all that jazz. But I'm not going to talk about Doomsday Clock because it's fairly new and a lot of people haven't read it yet, and I'm not a spoiler kind of guy. So there's that. And most importantly, of all of this show, I'm kicking it off to him because I don't even know. This is going to be all Fuzz here. Fuzz, who is the Moop of the Week?
Moop of the Week. I do not know this guy's name, but I had to go to the gas station earlier to get some cigarettes because I am a cigarette smoker, blah, blah. Fuck, I don't care. Anyway, so so I asked this guy for 2 cartons of my brand of cigarettes. And he's not a teenager, but he's not an adult. Like, he's that halfway, mid-20s. And he's like, all right. And so he walks off to the back for like 2 minutes. And he comes back out. He's like, "What brand did you say again?" And so I tell him the brand again. He walks off again for 2 fucking minutes. And he comes back. He's like, "Oh man, I only got one of those." And at this point, I'm ready to blow my fucking top, dude, because I don't like being in anywhere right now. I'm just like, I want my shit. I want to get the fuck out. And so I tell him to get me a carton of these other type of cigarettes that I'm also okay with smoking. And he's like, "All right, man." Like, I don't know if this dude was just baked out of his fucking gourd or if he just works at this gas station and hates his goddamn life so bad. But that dude is my moop of the week because I should not have had to repeat that shit.
Okay. So, all right. So to broaden that, people that don't pay attention,
Right.
and people that intentionally move very slowly.
Yes.
So I'm gonna throw that moop into a bunch of moops because I work down in New York City, and nothing is more infuriating than when you're in fucking New York City. Even right now during this whole pandemic, there's still a bunch of assholes that are out there shopping and walking around and doing what they want to do. It's a busy place, so don't stop in the middle of a sidewalk to have your conversation, and don't walk really slow. Like, so yes, those people are moops, and the king of those moops is the gas station guy. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Gas station clerk, fucking fuckface.
Fucking gas moop. Perfect.
Gas moop. Perfect.
Well, let's hope that this actually recorded, because if it didn't, and all you see is that, I'm not re-recording this one.
So no, that one's going up. Fuck it.
All right, my friend.
You guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys. And thank you, and happy birthday to you, sir. And I hope you get to enjoy the rest of it. And we'll see you guys hopefully next week.
Yes, sir. Be safe, everyone. Thank you.
See ya.